Hello, I'm the Nomad 756 Access Games here, returning with the Dark Souls 2 solo LP. And today, a few things. To start off with, we got sorcery capable. I did some off-screen farming and made myself capable of casting sorceries. My int's rather low, so my attunement is low. So right now I can only use the standard spell. The standard soul arrow, so it isn't much use to us just yet, but it does give us some range options. And other than that, and more pressing thing is, of course, we are heading on to Huntsman's Copse proper. Considering last episode we beat the Executioner's Chariot, and we do have to grab an item though. I did forget to grab an item, and I only chose to grab it now because I think it's an Estus Shah's Flood, I think. So we do have to go to the Executioner's Chariot arena once more, but then we're never going back to that horrible, horrible place. But yes, today we'll be taking on Huntsman's Copse. Shit. Oh no. Oh, we got lucky. Proper. So, yes, we're going... Oh, we got a full moon sickle, sweet. So yes, we're going... Now this is why we got sorcery. This is actually where it starts to come in handy. We can take down these without any worries, because they spew poison, so it's kind of useful for a few sections in this area. But mainly we're waiting for a spell that is actually in this area, to be able to use that spell that's in this area, that will basically make us super big, powerful, huge range man, as well as big sword swinging, enemy killing, things. Few mistakes I made in the last video while I was doing the Executioner's Chariot. These guys can be poise broken. I'm an idiot. You actually see it several times in the video while I noticed it while I was editing, and I'm stupid, dumb, idiot man. So, you know, forgive me for that. But, yes, I'm only doing this approach again. I might do it for a second item, but I'm not 100% sure on that. There is a second item you can get by going this way. God, fuck. They're just very hard to poise break mid. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Great start. Yay. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. I think I'll leave that item. And I'll only go back for the souls there. Now that I think of it. Fun, isn't it, kids? Isn't it fun? Dark Souls. So yes, let's just get on to Huntsman's Copse proper. Those souls aren't... There weren't many souls there, so it ain't really worth going back for those souls, given that... I just want to forget about that area for now. I'll grab that item off screen later, because I do believe it's an Estus Flash Shard, or something along that line. It might be a Sublime Bone Dust, some kind of somewhat useful item at the very least. If I'm remembering correctly, I could be just totally wrong on that. But, Huntsman's Copse... proper is another one of those. It's not great, it's not good, it's not bad, it's not a bad area, not necessarily, it's just not particularly interesting or fun, just sort of meh. It's another meh area, and I guess that's its worst crime, because like even with the Executioner's Chariot run up, there's something to be said about it. But with Huntsman Copse, it's a forest, and there's bad guys, and they kill you, and it's... I don't know. I mean, there'd be more to... There isn't really much to say about the area itself, but there is more to say about some of the stuff in the area, including some stuff a bit later. Some of the enemies and such that have some interesting lore stuff, but for the most part, it's a very meh area. A lot of these guys, I forget what they're called. I just know that they're bastards to fight. Oh shit, dude, this guy can break through my shield easy as all hell. Oh, I haven't fought these dudes without a dodge before. They're pretty tough. These guys are like a fairly decent challenge, and you meet a few of them through the game, particularly in the next area where there's a good load of them in a single area that just makes just one of the hardest areas in the game, which of course we'll get to a little later. For now, let's grab all these items, including a poison moss, which is useful. For the next area, mainly. Poison moss is mainly useful for the next area coming up, which is a very poor... I don't remember these guys doing this much stamina damage. I don't remember... Whoa. I don't know what that is. Whoa. Quit swinging. And start dying. Yeah, we gotta get right out of swing. His range isn't amazing, though. That's one advantage we have. Damn it! Okay, screw it. Just kill him. Just get aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I got some aromatic ooze. Trying to think. What else? Where is the thing I need to grab? I'm trying... Oh, no, I remember where it is. It's that it, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, but for now we'll head up this area. Now, I imagine this area was originally one of the areas that sort of got lucky there. Took full advantage of the darkness mechanic that kind of got lost in translation once that sort of went away. And, so I imagine these guys were meant to be more coming out of darkness and stuff, because the area is clearly trying to be dark here, but it's not dark. Like, the darkness mechanic definitely got downplayed quite a bit. Yeah, there he is. I remember you douche. One of these. In order to farm, I had a New Game Plus an area I will talk about, and because I had New Game Plus an area and I'm working with gear that's still mid-game, I would say, I had a bit of trouble, which is why most of my healing items are gone, and yeah, just so that's a clear thing. Ooh, oh god. Yes, we lower this bridge and we head on to the next area. There is some stuff in this area that's somewhat interesting, including an NPC we're gonna focus on getting by this episode before we beat the boss. These caves are very are kind of cool too. This is where we get our first taste of the curse jars, which you can just smash. Like, they're not particularly difficult. But another thing we fight is the goddamn respawning necromancer skeletons. Oh wait, shit! There's an item there. What is that? Ooh, what is it? Is it pretty? Nice. Is it good? It's magic mace and a titanite jar. Not really. Nothing. Yes, necromancer. I remember you. And anyone who watched the last episode will remember them and hate them. And fuck me, you dick. Oh, god damn. Luckily he's dead, so now all the skeletons just fall apart and die. So we don't have anything to worry about. For now, I think the next... Okay, yeah, okay. We can't get into this area just yet. As far as I know... No, we can't get into this area just yet. So we have to go back. Fuck off. Skelly man. Skeleton. Get away from me. What's here? And I think we avoided something doing this. Whoa! Jesus Christ. That actually gave me a bit of a... That startled me a little. Just, the boss of this area isn't particularly difficult, so I don't mind using Estus Flask for this. We're going to go back, just make sure we haven't missed anything important. Because I feel like there's something important along the way here. Liarhead. Yeah, so I'm guessing someone says there's an illusory wall there. And wow. So I'm going to be focused on getting the boss of the huntsman's copse this episode, and then we'll move on to the next area in the next episode. So yes, just like I said, this area is really hard to talk about because it's just a forest, and that's all it is. It's a forest with some dudes, and the dudes are interesting. The boss is really interesting lore-wise, but I fucking see you, and I'm not gonna get you. I'm too slow. And that's the kind of the genius of those things. You will rush after them in haste, and you will, you know, those enemies are placed there, so your first instinct is to just go, well, I don't care, I want to kill the titanite bug. And then the enemies just get behind you and then mess you up. Rogue gauntlets. So we did get a piece of their armor finally. Oh, speaking of which, I have to start doing some weight switching out. If I can. Mainly arms and legs are the best thing to switch out. I believe these are straight better. Well, fuck me then. Yeah, so you want to trade down and try and get your weight under 70. I think that's what I want to do, is try and get my weight under 70 so I can fast roll again, but that's kind of hard to do with comparable stats. Very hard to do, actually, with comparable stats. I think leather boots would be the best compromise here, and we'll just see. Now we have a faster roll, so yes. That's what we want. We wanted to balance out our weight. I don't think I could switch out the helmet for anything particularly lightweight. Would it give me the same advantage if I put the legs back on here? Yeah, okay, that's better. That's a better compromise. There's our face again. Yay, I missed it. How I missed it. Dropping down there will just take our health. No point in doing that. Yeah, so now we run faster and dodge faster. So that's really the best way to armor up in the game, is to sort of you really only need to stay under 70. Like, staying under 70 is really the only thing you should be worrying about. So, you know, don't worry. Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't worry about too much about like going too light at the cost of armor, because as long as you're under 70, you have a fairly good dodge. And if you lock weight, that's what we need to unlock the NPC in the area. So, and an extra bonfire. So just S just to make sure we don't die on the way back here. Actually, we'll deal with something real quick first off. That will be good for us to get out of the way. Where is it? Is it only coming from human? No, here it is. Merciless Rowena. One of the NPC summons. Of course, like I said last episode. I don't know if that was last episode. Damn, that waterfall is loud. I don't know if I said that. I don't know what episode it was. It was when I was fighting Vorgel in Lost Bastille. The NPC summons aren't necessarily very difficult. In fact, considering what I just did, I'm gonna go around here and then I'm gonna go for the boss, because goddamn, I actually didn't Now this is another place where our sorcery is gonna come in handy. Fortunately, because we can get our sorcery and we don't have to worry about jumping onto his platform with him. We can just use our sorcery and fucking play it a little safer. That's really the main use of sorcery, is being able to play it just a little bit safer in some respects. It can still end up being more dangerous under the right circumstances, but you'll be able to play it a little safer through a majority of the game. It's just, if you do ever get into a situation where you have to fight close range, you will be at a loss, which is why our premium quality build won't really matter. No, our premium quality build is one of the better builds to go with, despite the extra time it takes to make it, because it will allow you to still be competent melee while still having while still being able to spellcast. Kill you. Got these flame butterflies, and we'll head into the boss room. Oh, good. We'll deal with the boss nice and quick, but that won't be the end of this episode, because there are still a few more things in Huntsman Copse I want to check it out. Although I may extend this episode a bit then, if that's the case, to incorporate another boss in the next area. Now, just to be sure, we'll get our life gems equipped, and Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to do some serious audio stuff to that waterfall. And a bright bug. A bright bug will be useful for this, so we'll life gem up. Where's our bright bug? Bright bugs double your damage and reduce your reduce the damage you take. Double your damage, reduce the damage you take by double and half, basically. It doubles the damage you do and halves the damage you take. So it is a really useful consumable. Like, it's a good idea to take these guys on one at a time. So I'm being stupid here, because when you kill them, skeletons spawn. But we're using a greatsword here, so we have a very good group weapon. That's the only reason I'm going for more than one at once, because otherwise this would get exceptionally difficult. And of course we have the bright bug added bonus of being able to take twice as much damage, which is fairly useful. I mean, the bright bug essentially doubles your health and doubles your attack, so it's a useful goddamn item. Don't be afraid to spend 6,000 on bright bugs if you're having a tough time with the boss. Now just wreck him. Now the skeleton. Ooh, I thought you were dead. tiny bit of damage. Now the skeleton wheels will spawn. Come, skeleton wheels. While I'm dealing with the skeleton wheels, I will talk about these bosses, because they are the cool lore-wise bosses I was talking about earlier. These guys, the skeleton lords, were originally the leader of the hunters. Victory achieved. Not a hard boss fight. They were originally the leaders of the hunters, originally the leaders of the hunters of the undead in Huntsman's Copse. That's what I was going to say. But eventually they hollowed out and became super badass evil dudes, skeletal lords. So, you know, they're pretty cool. Considering how quick that was, after I talk to this NPC, I will actually move on to the next area. So, yay! We're getting through this quick. Speed it up a bit. Let's go talk to our friend. I won't need to rest the bonfire I unlock. I'll just light it, because there's a bonfire coming up fairly soon after that boss room, and there's no more enemies between here and there. Here we are. And we use the undead lock away. Yay! Where is he? Oh, there he is. Creighton, my buddy, my pal. Who am I? I'm nobody.
That bastard for a moment.
Did you now?
You've set me free.
So, you may remember...
Cheeky prick.
The cheeky prick.
He won't know what hit him.
You may remember...
I am Creighton of Mirrah.
Well, a few episodes back, I think episode 2 or 3, I don't know, whenever I finished the Forest of Fallen Giants, which I think was 3 actually, we met a man named Pate, mild-mannered Pate, to be specific, and he talked about a bloke who ended up getting trapped because he rushed in to get a treasure. Say hello to that bloke.
But then I got trapped myself.
So you were trying to trap him.
I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along.
Well, yeah. Thank God. Thank them.
You be careful of him.
Pate.
I think he said.
Yeah, and there we are. So their whole quest line is rather interesting.
You know it when you see it.
I've
seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it.
Okay. And what do you kill for?
I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. Tell me how.
So, if you recall,
He's a slick talker.
Pate,
Won't let him fool ya.
the first time we met him, led us into a trap. Air conditioner's on now, Jesus. He led us into a trap, not purposefully, to be clear. He told us that the trap was there, but he said there was great treasure in there. He enticed us, I guess the word would be. And he told us a bit about the man who rushed ahead. He doesn't seem to hold any ill, or he doesn't talk about holding any ill will towards Creighton. But, does he? Like, their whole quest line is definitely one of the more interesting ones. A little disjointed, but definitely one of the more interesting ones, in that the question is never answered who's the good or the bad guy, because when you get to the end, something happens, but it's unclear. There's some unclarity to it, so we'll get more into that a lot later. That's a few areas down the line. Quite a few, actually. No, they're just rolling from their deadness. It's very easy to miss this door. Head down here. Head this way. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Where do we go? What are we doing? We get another bridge, is what we get. Pull it here. These bridges are cool. Am I? Oh, no. I forgot what the... Ooh, I remember what the next area is now. I thought it was something else. Interesting. So we might not get to the boss of this area, actually, because I thought it was a different area. Our next area is a pretty bad one. Not bad, necessarily, just not very good. Again, I wouldn't say there's any, like, explicitly terrible areas in Dark Souls 2. There are a lot of not good ones. I don't get the point of that. It's a point of no return thing, I guess. This is one of the not so good ones. Harvest Valley. poison place. There is an NPC up there. We will go talk to her in a moment. But first, let's roll around in the poison. Gross. And now we have to wait for that to leak away. Or we rest at a bonfire. But first, we're going to head back to Majula before we continue on to Harvest Valley. We'll head back to Majula, and we'll grab us a level up or two. And spend that Skeleton Lord soul. Since, again, it's another weapon that I don't need to be using. I could actually go cash in some weapons now, but I won't just yet. For the sake of the video, I won't just yet. Yeah, that's Skeleton Lord soul. And I do have a Sublime Bone Dust. Sublime Bone Dust to burn, because I did New Game Plus an area that already gave me Sublime Bone Dust. So I got a second one, just so, you know.
Bearer of the curse.
Yes. Seek. Lest. Okay. Level up. What can we do? Well, right now we want to focus on our int. We have attunement, and we only need one spell, really, because we can switch it out. But we can't cast many spells because our int isn't so high. So we want to pump our int for now. Pumping our attunement a bit more will come a bit later. I also upgrade the big sword in my hand. So yes. There's nothing else to do in Majula. Let's head back to Harvest Valley. And we'll get through at least the first part of Harvest Valley. I might cut it there. It's hard to tell. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't really plan anything in these. I just sort of sit down and go... Caught on the bonfire there. So you want to just run through, because if you jump or you roll, you will get the poison all over, and it will take a long time to drain. And poison isn't that much bad of a status effect in this. It's much worse in... One. Chloanne, you're going to be useful to us a lot later on.
Rare stones,
Do you?
which I sell to make my living.
I know what that message reads
I never
as.
planned to visit this godforsaken place.
Is that poison going to drain in
But
time?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I just sort of ended up here.
That's so.
I must have just wandered in.
Heh. Yes, so,
Now that I'm here, I've been scouting around for
that's
refuge.
another, like, hint
Oh, don't
that the
look at
cursed, if she is cursed, I can't see the symbol on her back, but she might be
Many of these
cursed.
stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing.
Yeah. And she also sells elemental stones
Now
as well.
your ears prick up.
It's another, my ears were already pricked
I've
up. Fuck off.
extras if you can pay.
I don't like Chloanne.
I'll trade after.
She's not very interesting. It's not really, explained. But she is Lucatiel's... Not
No
Lucatiel.
interest.
Suit yourself. Fine. And we have to talk to her, actually, to get her... To get it to the next
came
area.
here in search of rare stones.
Rare stones. But it's a mine.
The place is nothing like I was told.
It's
All
been
this
mined.
You can't get very far inside.
Because it's been mined out of the earth.
Just so haplessly wandering about.
Look at that castle. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I do like the raggedy, gross castle windmill thing.
These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique.
I've seen their models. They look completely different
Some
when I
of
look
them
at
are
them.
used to smith weapons and
Okay.
armor,
Okay.
and some unique stones provide special benefits.
AKA the
Some of them are
elemental stones that will be...
extremely rare and should
that we
used
won't
with
be
great
using,
thrift.
largely.
None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really.
Uh-huh. Seem pretty proud of yourself there. And talk to her
Drang
one more
Lake.
time. Drang Lake. That's what I was saying.
Ended up here.
There. What
It's
she's saying
funny.
here.
I can't seem
Well-
to remember.
She says she can't seem to remember, which means she's been here a long time, for one.
I've searched every nook and cranny.
But it also is hinted at that, again, it's again hinted at, that the cursed slash undead are drawn to Drang Lake. And Chloanne is cursed slash undead, so she was drawn to Drang
I
Lake.
suppose it's about time I moved shop.
Yes, good, and I'm betting this says it. Overwhelming chest. Not exactly what I was going to say, but... Like I said, the Dark Souls community can sometimes be the smartest and dumbest gaming community there is. Because sometimes they're like, ooh, stats and such, and what's-its and who's-its. And other times they're like, chest. Amazing. These guys are not worth fighting on the ground. Just wail on them with spells. Because that will insta-kill you. Or at least it will kill me at this point. Because, there's no real reason to build dark defense before this point. Because no enemy does dark up till, as far as I know, like, assuming you're taking the same progression path I'm taking, I don't think any, enemy uses a Titanite chunk. We need one of those. So there's a rare stone right there. Well, good on her for looking for more than 5 seconds. Oh, wait. We'll pop this just to keep our health up. How you doing, buddy? Goodbye, buddy. These guys don't respawn, luckily. Whoa. What am I doing? Okay, back up here. Grab this item. Harvest Valley, as level, is not, again, particularly interesting. It's like, it's two perfectly average areas. Well, not even average. I would say the two least interesting areas in the game pretty much back to back. And that does hurt it. Oh, okay, we have both Fragrant Branches of Yore that we need. First one that we got with the Lost Sinner, and one that we just got there. So now we can actually progress a little bit. We can actually do some stuff a bit later on. I'll probably do it at the end of this episode, if I think of it. Fire Seed and Divine Divine Blessing. Whoops. We'll just pop poison. No, we'll pop a Divine Blessing, since I'm so low on health. So yes, Divine Blessings are really good, because they cure all status ailments and refill your health quite a bit. That's the use of Divine Blessings. But they take forever, so they're not a good combat healing item. They're a better out-of-combat healing item. It's two of those fuckers. We don't have to aggro them yet, so we will not. First, we'll head up this ladder. Oh, pardon me. What do we get? Hexagons. Those are those the darkness ones, or are those... what do the hexagons do? Explodes, inflicting dark damage. So they're useless to us here against those guys. But we will just check how much damage our firebomb does, and get our poison throwing knives out to see if we can't poison these guys. Poison throwing knives are very useful, actually, for inflicting poison, so it's actually not a bad idea to grab a few of these from Gabland. You've got to be real careful of that move. That move will do you in if it hits you. Or at least do up quite a bit of damage if it does hit you. It appears that these guys don't get poisoned, or at least if they do get poisoned, it's not worth poisoning them. Oh no. Okay. These are easy to avoid. They're not hard to avoid, but they do a lot of damage. You've almost got it. Come on. Yeah. I really like these dudes, though. These, what would you call them? Giants, I guess. These giant, dark dudes. Because they got... I always think it's really cool when it's like a big dude with someone riding its back. And sort of being like a non-animal that behaves like an animal is always really interesting to me. And really cool. Like a non-traditional animal, at least. Like, it could be a big gorilla. Like, I don't know what he is, and that's so interesting. I love that I don't know what he is. Dude's got a... Dude had an 8-pack. Good on him. Good on him. And these guys are non-hostile, so we're not going to worry about killing them. Are they non-hostile? No, one of them's hostile. Okay, buddy. I'm sorry to say, but you have to die now. Yeah, so now we have to take less risks, and our weapon durability won't go as low as quickly now that we're using sorceries. So yes, it's never a bad idea to go with sorceries. It does not feel as good as a melee run through, but a sorcery build isn't a bad idea to go with. I personally, like, you could disagree. I personally believe that melee builds tend to I don't know how they got up there. Melee builds tend to be more satisfying, but, you know. Tomatoes, tomatoes, people disagree and agree and blah, blah, blah. But we've gotten to the second bonfire here. Yeah. So we'll just rest to restore all our shit. And we'll head back out to grab a few items, and then I think we'll call it. I call it just so I can go grab the thing I have to grab for this area. And this is a toughie. This is the hardest item to get in this area, I would say. Because this guy here, you have to back him up. Go on, back up. Back up. You have to back him up. Oh, God. You have to back him up, even though all his moves project him forward. Oh, well, it doesn't kill us, but it does a lot of damage and takes down our shield. You gotta get him to back up. Back up. Go on. Go on. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking drinking Estus so we don't die. You have to get him to back up. For fuck's sake. Why you gotta be such a dick about this? Which is exceptionally hard to do. You fucking dick nugget. Which is exceptionally hard to do because fuck it. Let's not worry about this. It's there's a few items in there, they're not of particular use. You can't bust through it without him. Yeah. Because it's not worth the trouble. Would this be... No, this is where we want to go. This is where we want to go. We'll grab in here, and I think... Is it a titanite thing? No, it's a poison stone, and rotten pine resin, the poison enhancer. So, there we are. Do I have flame butterflies equipped? I don't. Whoa, what the fuck? Anyone else see... Did I find like a... I think I found it. No, I didn't find anything. And you just follow the blood, basically, and eventually you'll come across a ladder. And where are we? We're back out. Yay. We'll head back to the bonfire, because it's not worth using... Well, we'll use an Estus, because we're going back to the bonfire anyway, just so we don't die while I try to find it. Where the f... Oh, that's the progression. That's how we progress. No, I don't want to fall down there. That's how we progress, but I don't want to progress. I want a bonfire, and then head to an optional area. I think I was talking about it, actually, earlier in the episode. The optional area where we have to fight a bunch of those big sickle-carrying fat dudes. So yes. Interesting. I actually... Like I said, I didn't actually remember that this was the area I was up to, so... That's where that guy is. We'll give this another shot before we do that, because that is an exceptionally hard area. See if we can't get him to... No, you don't want to get behind him. That's the last thing you want to do. Back up. Damn it! Back up. Get in there. Good. If he's not doing his move forward moves, then he's doing his he's gonna move back at a... No, he's not gonna do it. Okay, well, screw you, buddy. I'll just end your life, because you're not being useful to us. Stop it. 8-pack heaven, motherfudger. So we go in here, and there's about 6 of these dudes. I think. What you gotta do is... You go up here, trigger all of the little hollows, get your back against a wall, which sounds counterintuitive, but is actually quite useful here, and take them on one at a time. This is the best way to do it, purely for the fact that you're not taking on 4 at a time. It's 4, it's not 6. Forgive me, I exaggerated. And having a faster dodge is very useful for these guys. And say occasionally want to fall off, in which case buys you a few damn. Sometimes they attack fast, these guys do. Come on. Come on. And sometimes I can't read fucking telegraphs for shit. Drink this. And we'll use our soul arrows. Ha 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 ha. Dickhead. Oh no. Get away. Smack you with my shield. Yeah. That's the cool thing about great shields. Instead of getting a parry, they get a special attack. That's kind of cool. You can actually do a double shield power stance super thing, and their shields specifically designed to do that. That are actually kind of cool because you can actually attack. You can only do it with the heavy, but you can attack. Yeah, it's actually a good way to save on durability. Now that I think of it. If we have to break something that we can't roll into, instead of risking our greatsword's durability, we can now just use our big old shield. Bust it down. A large tie nut shard. I think with that chunk I'll be able to upgrade my greatsword one more time before we finish up as well. We won't level up. How do you do? Good. I'm glad. Glad you're doing well. What do we get? Light soul of brave warrior and a radiant life gem. Yay! Nothing particularly useful or interesting. Titanite shard. What? Okay, so I don't remember the second way. We have 3 fragrant branches of yore. We have all the fragrant branches of yore we need throughout the rest of the... You... Gotcha, you little dickhead. It might be a good idea to pop a flame butterfly, just so we can see where we're going a little better. It's weird that... Well then. I'm gonna cut some things out just around now until we get to the area I was going to get to anyway. I'll be back in a moment. And welcome back. Yes, I have returned to... as you may remember, there was a statue that was blocking our path last time we were here. Thanks to this fragrant branch of yore, it is no longer. And for my next trick, I'll make this guy's head disappear from his body. No, not really. This guy's super useful. We'll want to talk to him. How do you do so?
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid.
Funny, my friend.
I must thank you, young traveler.
Oh, well, thanks. Thank you.
Strayed. Wandering sorcerer of sorts.
Really?
I've been a guest.
Can you... Is that a magic trick you do? Talking without moving your lips?
Anybody will miss me.
So yes, Strayed has been here for quite a while. That is to say, several kingdoms have come and gone while he was petrified.
Very good. Very good indeed.
Yes.
First one, weak you may be.
Okay.
I, Strayed, would teach you my spells.
Okay. Thanks. But yes, first we learn Jester, mock, because he mocks us. And now, we can trade boss souls. Yay. That one. That one. Done trading boss souls forever and ever. Never again will we... What the fuck? Absorb souls in place of its wearer. What a strange thing. I don't remember that. That might be a Scholar of the First Sin thing. A Scholar of the First Sin thing. I sell some pyromancies, some, hexes. But... Okay, that's not nice. Anyway, but we are done with Strayed. Yeah. We're done. Like, there's... I can say about it. This is just a poorly designed bonfire that I don't want to come back to, for one. Because there's just a bunch of suiciding enemies all around it. Who don't actually suicide, might I add. And we've traded in the 2 useful boss souls. For my purposes. Obviously, depending on how you play it. So we got the Pursuer Greatsword, which doesn't have as good scale. Is it lighter? I think it's lighter. Yes, it's lighter. It doesn't have as good scaling, and it won't get to the same level of damage. It has better dex scaling, but but it's a good backup weapon. It's a very good backup weapon. Because it does have a fairly decent moveset. I think it does a... Yeah, it has a downward one-handed. So it's a very useful backup weapon, and the only one really worth investing our Petrified Dragonbone into. And the other one we got is the Dragon Rider bow, which is a very good bow that'll allow us to be a bit more long distance range than sorceries will. And that it's pretty much got... Wow, it's a good bow. It does BD... It's a strength scaling bow, which is more useful for our purposes as well, since we're not actually going to be going with dex from now on. But, for the most part, we're just going to cash some souls, then we're going to head back to Majula and level up, and I'll call the episode there. Oh, and burn that Sublime Bone Dust that I forgot to burn. 5 Fading Souls. Yes, so we should... that's a level up, that's a level up. Not quite 2, but a level up, which isn't too bad. I did a few smart things. I turned off notifications, which is why we haven't had any trouble with those this episode. Either that, or I just don't have very many friends. Oh god. I'm here sitting playing Dark Souls. Okay. There you are. Emerald Herald. Quit being out of my way. Yeah. Okay. Level up. What do we get? We will get a bit more... Fuck you, Faith. I don't want you, Faith. A bit more into int. Oh, and I talked to Kahelion of the Fold, that NPC back in way back in No Man's Wolf, who teaches sorceries. It's just up here. Yeah, Kahelion, what's going on, my man?
Oh, so you finally decided to join us?
Yes.
Let us resume our exploration of sorcery.
Yes, let us. The only problem is, I bought every spell I'm going to need off him, save for Great Heavy Soul Arrow, which I will buy right now. Done. Oh, and I'll, buy that, I guess. Shorten the spell casting time. Get the rings, just for the sake of having them, I suppose. And I'm not going to buy anything else, because I need... I won't take your teachings lightly. Anyway, I got a fucking... Where's Chloanne? There's Chloanne. Hey, Chloanne.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Yes, fancy that.
Speak up if you need.
I can't tell if that's a
anything at
curse
all,
mark on her
right?
back or not. I might be crazy. No problem. And now we can trade with her still. Of course, she only sells Titanite shards at the moment. Eventually she'll sell large, then she'll sell chunks, then she will sell everything. Twinkling, Petrified, Dragonbone, all the upgrade items we'll need. So she will come in a lot more handy later on. And we spend a Titanite chunk, and we've leveled it up again. And we'll pump a bit more into our armor, mainly our chestplate. It's usually a good idea to pump your chestplate first, just for the sake of... It's usually got the highest defense stats and such. And I think I'm pretty much done for this episode, so I'll head up and end this episode here. Not much else to talk about. Next time we'll be going on to getting to the meat of Harvest Valley, the main part. We probably actually won't get to the boss, considering how that area is. But regardless, I was the Nomad 756, Zero Axis Games, and this was Dark Souls 2 Solo LP. See you in the next one. Hope you have a good one.